All week, we were reflecting on how the Lewiston shootings impacted our state. Despite the loss and pain, it has also brought people together and has created a stronger sense of community. One place where that is especially true is where talking has been on the menu for more than a century. The owners and customers say since the shooting, they keep an eye out for danger, but they also keep an eye out for each other. News Center Maine's Brian Yacono went to Simone's Hot Dogs to get a pulse of the city that prides itself on being strong enough to overcome.
You can't miss Simone's Hot Dogs in Lewiston. If the bright red bricks don't catch your attention, surely the savory smells from a hot griddle slipping through the door will grab you. There is just something about this space that feels like home. Jimmy and Linda Simonis have made this space home for old regulars and new faces for decades. Here, your meal is served with a big smile and often a hug.
Nobody's been untouched by this.
Probably more hugs recently.
It's been like a healing process for them and for us.
Arthur Strout, his dad comes in regularly with family members, and a brother of his comes in, and but they used to be regular customers. He would come in with his family, and
they'd sit out at booth 4 out back, and they were regular. It's like he would have his chili cheese dog, and he liked his moxie. So, and then we look and he's not here anymore. It's
and they were part of our days, So you interact, you see people and. We do.
For more than 100 years, this has been a place to be seen. Photos with politicians line the walls, accolades from national publications. Never, perhaps, than in the last year has it become more clear. This institution is about more than food.
I think people have come in and shared their experiences, who they knew, who was there, who was hurt, who was affected by it. Some people witnessed the after effects, the not knowing.
People like Bill Ledoux, his son and grandson, sitting where conversations range from emotional to reflective.
You see relatives.
Bill knows the owners of Schmenge's Bar and Grill.
We lived only 3 miles away from what happened at the bowling alley, so we thought about it. And when it happened, it was kind of like, should we lock the doors, what we're going to do? And then a few minutes later, you hear it's Schmenge's, and we know those people. So it was kind of like, it comes home.
Customers will come in. We have one lady who lost her son, Ron Moore, and she'll, we'll introduce her to people, and, oh, you lost your son. And people don't even know them, but they know of, and so there's a connection.
Nancy Moyer tells me her niece was at the bowling alley with her partner and their friends. She says the men shielded the women and then charged the shooter, losing their lives in the process.
As long as you keep saying their names and say their name is the biggest, just like with the 9/11 victims, say their name.
But don't misinterpret the sorrow for the joy that also fills this space, the pride of being the most authentic version of Lewiston strong.
Hey, how are you? How's it going?
This is absolutely who Lewiston is. You walk in and everybody, it feels like you are walking back into family, whether or not you share blood.
Horrible incident, a horrible thing that changed the trajectory of people's lives. But for those people that are living, you want to be there, you want to support them, you want to see them be able to carry on in the memory and honoring those people.
That was News Center Maine's Brian Yacono. Several people he spoke with, including Jimmy and Linda, wanted all of you to know how they feel your support from the rest of Maine and from around the country.